Good evening, gamers. This is your boy Avexys coming to you with the latest and greatest in gaming news. Today we dive deep into the big announcement from Xbox that has the entire gaming community buzzing. That's right, we're talking about the newly showcased Gears of War 𝗚𝗘. The game promises a rich narrative experience, focusing on the cataclysmic events of 𝗚𝗘 and the intense battles that followed. According to the developers at the Coalition, Gears of War 𝗚𝗘 will dive deeper into the lore, giving players a chance to experience the chaos and heroism from both the COG soldiers and the civilians caught in the crossfire. Now we're gonna get to everything that they have told us so far, and I will tell you guys right now that they have already set it up to be one of the greatest Gears of War games of all time. This game is not a spin-off, but it's actually a new entry into the mainline Gears of War saga. This is very important to know because we've already experienced what a spin-off would kind of feel like when Gears of War Judgment was made, and let's be honest, that is easily the worst Gears of War that was made. There were a lot of rumors that actually came with taking this route and going into a prequel instead of a sequel, and a lot of people are already thinking that they're trying to abandon the storyline of 4 and 5, and that's not true at all. They're saying that this opportunity of making a prequel actually felt way too good to miss. And already being a Gears of War fan and have played Gears 5, I actually feel the exact same way, simply because during the Gears 5 campaign, it had that crazy moment where you were able to choose whether JD lives or dies, or Dale. And I feel like no matter what, Gears of War 6 or whatever follows that up is going to easily be a hit or miss, because that adds a real weird or awkward moment in the writing. So to see how they're going to cover up that in the future is going to be very interesting. And on top of it, what going back in time actually returns us to Gears of War's golden age. Now, if you ask anybody, everybody's opinion is kind of centered around one of the first 3 Gears of War games being the best when it comes to campaign, multiplayer, horde, whatever it may be. So returning us back to that state where we had Locust, we had Marcus and Dom together, you know, really gives a nostalgic feel, and people are really going crazy about that right now. This trailer coming out alone has already revived Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 multiplayer, which is crazy to even say. But what makes this way more over the top is that not only they're returning to the origin, but they're returning to the origin with like actual next gen tech. We're gonna get the game built on Unreal Engine 5, and with that comes, literally they said it themselves, 100 times more environment and character details than Gears 5. Also hardware ray trace lighting, reflections and shadows, next generation destruction and gore, and cutting edge animation technology. So with all of this combined, it really sounds way too good to be true, but this trailer kind of does show that. The way the building collapsed, how gory the headshot on the drone looks, the way they're trying to get this atmospheric horror feel back, and I'm gonna get into that next. So with that being said, they also tell us that they're very intentional in recasting the Locust not only as foes, but as living nightmares. Now, if we go out throughout Gears 1 to 3, we kind of notice that the Locust horde, like the base of them, kind of loses their horror feel in time, and it just becomes simply just easy enemies to kill and to deal with. But because this is 14 years in time, 14 years before Gears 1, it kind of recreates that moment of this is their first encounter, and you can feel that just by how Marcus gets lifted to the ceiling, and it looks like he's actually getting beat up by the drone. You also see like the zoom in on the drone here, because you can tell that they redesigned his face, and it actually looks pretty scary. And on top of that, the entire theme is dark and gritty, and it has like that horror feeling to it. And that's what we need in Gears of War. That is what we need to return to. Now I want you to watch one of my favorite scenes from Gears of War 1 that kind of had that same horror shock value, where you really do feel what the characters are feeling in the game.
Was that a berserker? She can hear us. She can smell us.
Get out of here!
Control, this is Delta. We have a berserker in the vicinity. Please advise.
Hold your fire, Delta. Standard weapons won't work. Do you still have the Hammer of Dawn?
Affirmative, Control.
You've only got minutes of satellite coverage. Get her outside and use the hammer. That's the only thing that'll work.
We'll go. Delta out.
And since we're going back to the past, once again, we're going to be viewing this for the first time, technically, you know what I mean, since it's 14 years, you know, before Gears of War 1. So there's going to be a lot of these type of horror type feels where the moments get very serious. Maybe you got to, like, you know, dodge enemies or stay out of their line of sight, things like that. So I'm just super excited to see how Gears 𝗚𝗍 turns out. And also, this kind of leads me to our next point, is the origin of multiple weapons is also going to be presented in Gears 𝗚𝗍. So if you notice at the end of this clip, the first thing that was asked to him is, does he have the Hammer of Dawn still with him? So we're going to see how the Hammer of Dawn comes up. Maybe we're going to get a mission about installing the Hammer of Dawn. We're going to see, you know, the chainsaw getting added to the Lancer, all type of things that make the franchise into what it is. So it's going to be actually an amazing game. This really is going to set the tone for the new Coalition team and how they're going to do, you know, Gears 6 or just Gears games in general as after this. So this is definitely, once again, set up to be the greatest Gears of War game possible. This game alone is bringing back so many original players from the original trilogy, you know, from that I played back then and didn't want to touch Gears 4 or 5 because it took such a different direction. There are certain players, even like me, I don't really like Kate like that. I'm more of a, you know, Marcus, Dom, Delta Squad type of, you know, fan of the Gears series. And bringing this back, it just enlights way more passion for literally everybody that's ever been a Gears of War fan. There are a few different rumored Gears of War 𝗚𝗍 release dates. Some are saying early 2025. There's also some type of article that came out recently that was apparently leaked, but once again, a rumor saying something about November 6th of it dropping. So we don't really know. All right, as it comes out, as more information comes out, I'll keep on making new videos to keep you guys updated as possible. So in order to stay updated, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you like the video, make sure you comment below because TC is definitely listening to us. So if you guys have any type of things that you guys want in the game, there's a possibility that it can be added. And even outside of that, I just definitely like to see you guys' mindset for what you guys like to see in Gears games, what you guys don't like to see. It's just great discussions to have, you know. As Gears fans, I just love to hear it in general. So I'm gonna leave you guys off with the saddest moment in the Gears of War series. So you guys watch this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love you guys, and peace out.
Just hold him off! me! God damn it! Let me get him out of there!